My dad died this weekend, and this is not to express any sadness or anything like that, but it's really a victory. Sometimes when things pass and are moved on, it's hard and we grieve, but I tell you, it's also a victory. My dad had lived a long life, and he had great success because he had not much to begin with. And even though he wasn't around like I would like him to have been, the short period of time that I had with him, very, very short, it still was time. And I know we want everything to be with the white picket fence and the 2.4 children and stuff like that, but often we have to be thankful for what we have. Additionally, I'm not ignorant to the fact that it takes a lot to be a black man in America, even more to be a black father in America. We're all ravaged by so many things, so many problems, low self-esteem, broken families. And my dad was such a product of these things. So I don't hold it against him. And the great lesson that I learned from his life is, again, and I always learn it, is to forgive, because we don't have tomorrow, because we can't condemn people for what they should have done when we ourselves are not perfect. Not to say I would do what he did, I just did things differently and not better. So while we all have these big gaps in our lives, we have them, I'm honest about mine, yet still, if we let it go, if we just don't worry about it, we just move on anyhow, there's such a victory in that. You can be a person who has gone through traumatic events, but if you remain in your trauma and you don't look forward and try to work out of it, you lose. But if you overcome, no matter what the trauma, and live your best life, you're such a victory. You're such a great person to be around. I chose to be a great person to be around, and I chose to forgive him and anybody in my life. Me and my good friend Kenneth were discussing fatherhood the other day, and Kenneth reminded me how, as black men, we were thrown out of the house because of welfare. We had poverty, and they didn't want to keep families together. So they would, if you wanted help from the state, the man had to move. And it has caused us so much problems. That was more hard on us than the war on drugs. We've had these state-sponsored machinations to try to help, but try to help with cost. And the cost was always attack on the black male. So as a black male, to my father, another black male, I forgive you and I love you. And I'm glad for the moments we shared. And we're going to move on towards victory in Christ Jesus.